There's a lot of confusion out there because, well, the media in past viruses like this kind of cried wolf, kind of hyped it up too much. And I don't want to hype this up, but I also don't want to downplay it at all. So I'm just relaying the information that I get from doctors, businesses that are closing things. You got Houston Rodeo that's canceled, the NBA canceling the season, the University of Texas and other universities across the country extending spring break, giving kids more time to stay at home instead of bringing something back. 512-836-0590.
Well, and unfortunately, Todd, not a lot of clear answers to a lot of those questions you just asked, as evidenced by it's going to be another down day on the stock market, it looks like, at least at the start. A lot of businesses probably trying to understand what is the impact going to be on my business, and that's kind of a big unknown right now. I hope it's not going to be so bad.
I think for some of these businesses that have been struggling over the past year, the ones that are just kind of getting by and living close to the bone, this may be the kind of thing that really does them in.
Well, shale oil companies, as one example, who, a lot of investors have been saying, hey, we're looking for you guys to turn a profit. They're saying, hang with me. And now they're hitting some real tough times with these low oil prices. So
Sandy is in Round Rock and now on the Todd and Don Show. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Great.
Well, I guess I have a different opinion of what's going on, but I am a nurse, and I just got off of work, and I was telling your caller that none of us are talking about it, doctors, nurses, and I've been in this business a long time, and when certain things like SARS and other things and HIV first hit, people were talking about it. People were scared, and I haven't seen that, and I must say that I was very disappointed. And Dr. Farsi, is that his name? When he went to Congress and in front of the media, I feel like he really stirred it up. And just everything went through the roof at that moment.
Well, what are you hearing from your boss? What is your boss telling you? And which hospital do you work at?
Well, I don't feel like I should, put that out there. But I can just tell you that not only in the hospital I work at, but a lot of my friends who work in other hospitals, it's just, once nurses start getting pretty hairy and questioning, then maybe I will also get a little more anxious. But I can't help but keep coming to the fact that we have lost 18 to 20,000 people from the common flu. That's at least 1,500 a month. And we never heard a word. The NBA was going on. We're playing football. Everybody's going to school. And all they ever say is, well, get your flu shot and wash your hands and watch where you're coughing. But, I don't know where this is going to take us, but I do know that, we have under 50 deaths in this country. The vast majority of them are elderly with comorbid problems. And I think someday we're going to look back at this and just be shaking our heads.
You think the media, you think some people are hyping it too much. To be honest, it sounds like you're downplaying a little bit. Is there no concern at all?
Well, of course I have concern.
Okay.
But I think it's insane what we've been doing, canceling everything. I happen to do know what happened in the Houston rodeo. There was one person, because I know one of the people running it, there was one person who went to a barbecue who ended up coming down positive, so they canceled the whole thing. They had a meeting. There was one person. Now, what if 10 people had the flu? Do you think they would have canceled it?
Yeah. Sandy, let me ask you a quick question back at your hospital. Does any of your staff, your management, I've heard most hospitals are operating at capacity. On average, most of the times they're at capacity. Do you have any concerns that if this thing does get worse, that you might have a surge and you might not have enough beds? Is there any of that discussion going on?
Well, they always plan for that.
Okay.
That's always, they always plan for that. That's always there. Austin's very good with disaster planning, and all the hospitals come together. Yeah, there could be a problem. I've heard tell in Italy that if you're over 65 and you've had cancer, you're not going to get top-notch treatment. They're not going to intubate you. They're saving their beds for younger, healthier people. Do I think it's going to come to that in the United States? I highly doubt it, but I'm not a genie. I would be shocked at this point.
Well, you talked about Dr. Anthony Fauci of the NIH and his hearing before Congress yesterday. We're going to play a portion of that, Sandy, coming up after the break. Because he did say it's going to get worse. He did say it's going to affect every one of us. And in fact, the NIH is predicting there could be 100 million people that are diagnosed with it. Now, most will be fine. They'll just have some symptoms. But they did indicate millions of people could be hospitalized. And that's the issue right there. Millions of people could be hospitalized, which would flood the system.
He came out and said that after really kind of downplaying it last week. So I think people really freaked out. And
well, listen, Sandy, we keep saying they downplayed it a week ago. Everybody was downplaying it a week ago. The details are changing as we go day to day. It's becoming a little bit more of an issue as we go day to day, right?
I think the panic level is like at an 8.9 out of a 10 in this country, and I think that every day the media stirs it up. Certain people in the politics stirs it up. And I think they've got, I mean, you can't even go to the H-E-B and get any toilet paper. I mean,
I agree.
The last I heard, it didn't cause diarrhea. I don't know what it is with all the toilet paper.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just crazy. People are gone crazy.
I hear you, Sandy. I appreciate you calling in, and you may have tamped down some of the hype this morning, but I have a feeling some people listening are going to think you're downplaying it too much.